As you know, the main composer for Minecraft music, Daniel Rosenfield or C418, hasn't been making music for the game for a while now. That's not really the subject of the video though. I'm not going to get into why that is. I mean, if you want the basic rundown, basically Microsoft will only let him make more music for the game if he sells the music to them. Which, of course, he doesn't want to do that, so Mojang has been hiring new composers lately. If you want to know more about this, I suggest you watch SalC1's video about C418. I'll probably put that in the description. So, no more delaying, let's just get into it. If you played Minecraft in the last couple of years, you've probably noticed that the game feels a lot different than like 5 years ago. Now, obviously, new features get added every update, and that may build up to make the game seem completely different. But I'm not really talking about like new features. I'm talking about like the feeling of the game, you know. And I think it's something else other than just the new features that are contributing to changing like the feeling of the game to what it is today. Minecraft used to have like a certain mood to it when C418 was the only composer. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, now it's almost a treat to hear a C418 song playing in the background. I don't even remember the last time I've heard like Mice on Venus or like Sweden playing in the background of the game. Now don't get me wrong, I like the new music by the new composers and all, but I'm gonna be real, I'm real tired of hearing these playing in the game, especially the songs from the Wild Update album. And I think that's really interesting. Been listening to the same C418 tracks for like 14 years now, basically since the game came out, and I can't think of a single time I've gotten tired of hearing them in the background. And I'm not the only one who shares this sentiment. Many other people are saying that they don't like new tracks or they play too often. So what is it about the new tracks that have people, or at least me, already weary of them? So with my two still firing, functioning neurons, I'm gonna, try my best to articulate what separates the older C418 music from the newer tracks. First, I want to talk about something called adaptive music. Adaptive music is basically video game music that changes depending on what's happening in the game, which is pretty common in all games nowadays. But Minecraft music is almost the complete opposite of adaptive music. It plays randomly in the background. A lot of the times you'll just be playing in complete silence until at some random moment you could be mining, you could be building a house, you'd be fighting a bunch of zombies at half a heart, and then you'll just hear those beginning notes. And I think that randomness really fits in with the game. Minecraft's terrain is randomly generated, the structures are random, and the music is random. However, in these last couple of updates, we've been seeing some more adaptive music being put into the game. Let's start with another update. Now, as far as adaptive music in Minecraft goes, I think this is actually an example of it working well. The different songs fit the nether biomes really well, and since the nether is so different from the overworld, I think these tracks actually fit in quite well along with the C418 music. So Lena Raine, did a pretty good job. You got my approval on the Nether Update album. It's when we get to the Caves and Cliffs update when things start getting murky. There's a whopping 10 tracks in this album, and they all play in specific biomes. Obviously, this takes away from the randomness of the C418 tracks, but that's not the only thing. Let me give you a good example of what I'm trying to illustrate here with just a little anecdote. A little bit after Caves and Cliffs Part 2 came out, I made a survival world I was actively playing on. I decided to make my base in a mountain biome, the meadow biome to be specific. The problem is, there's a track unique to the meadow biome. I swear to God, I've heard Left to Bloom by Lena Raine so many times to the point where when I start hearing the intro, I feel like I'm having a spasm attack. And that there is the problem. Adaptive music just doesn't work really well in a game like Minecraft. This is why the new tracks become grating, because you almost expect them to start playing once you enter a specific biome. It completely rips away from what makes the C418 music so great. It's random, you never expect it, which is why no one can really say they're tired of the C418 music. To continue on this, let's talk about the Wild Update tracks. Even though there's less tracks in this album compared to the Caves and Cliffs update, only 4 this time, I hear them all the time. It's like they increase the probability of them playing or something to be like higher above the other tracks. Making bind specific tracks makes you get tired of hearing the songs because, surprise, surprise, most people make their Minecraft base in one location. And seeing as we've got a new album in every major update since 1.16, and there seems to be no stopping it, it kind of leaves me wondering, when will it be too much? We've been listening to the same songs from C418's alpha and beta albums in the game for nearly 10 years. But in the last 4 updates, we've gone 23 new tracks in the game, which I feel like isn't really needed. Nobody had a problem with the C418 songs, yet somehow this precedent started that every new biome in the game needs its own track. I think Minecraft's music library has gone really bloated over the years, and the more this keeps up, we'll get to the point where hearing a C418 song in the game will be a rare event. I mean, what other game feels the need to add 10 songs in the game every single time they have a content update? It's just not necessary. Now, I'm not saying we should never get any new music in the game or anything. In fact, I think there's some examples where the new music actually improved the game, like I said, the Nether update music, and there's also the Aquatic update tracks by C418 that play in the game's oceans. I think the reason these work so well is that, again, like C418's overall music, you don't hear them all the time. Most people don't spend a ton of time in the ocean or Nether, so they don't get annoying. It also helps that they sound really good and fit their locations well. And I think that this shows that if done sparingly, adding new tracks in the game is completely welcome. But adding new music every update is unnecessary. To be fair, we've gotten pretty used to hearing C418's music in the game. C418's style of music has become so synonymous with Minecraft that the new music almost seems jarring in comparison. That being said, there is a certain chord that the new music just ain't striking for me, and I'm going to try to explain with my zero musical knowledge why I think these tracks haven't really captured that Minecraft sound well. One great thing about the C418 music is the neutrality of it. The music has a very calming but almost melancholic tone, which makes it work well in almost any situation in the game. Now, there's happy C418 songs and then there's darker ones, but for the most part, it never sounds out of place and is balanced pretty well to feel natural. It's also fitting because, at least in single player, Minecraft can feel pretty lonely and barren at times, and the melancholiness, if that's a word, really captures that. The new music, on the other hand, while it captures that calm peacefulness the C418 music is known for, it fails in the melancholy department. It almost feels like they're trying to imitate C418 music, but they're not really building upon it. A lot of the new overall tracks sound almost cheery, which doesn't feel Minecrafty to me. And also, this is probably just me, but the new tracks feel louder too. Like, not only do the tracks become so loud that I have to turn my game volume down to compensate, but like the build-ups and the climaxes of the songs always feel like way too triumphant, when usually they're just playing when you're just stacking blocks or something. And most people probably say, oh, well, you'll get used to it. To this day, the Lena Rain music I can't help but feel it's too energetic and upbeat, and honestly, it's not really that ambient. I get Minecraft nowadays is moving towards the fantasy element of the game, which I like, but I think they're trying to reflect that in the music. But hey, Minecraft and Celeste aren't the same game. Minecraft has fantasy elements, but at the end of the day, it's a sandbox. It's a Lego game, basically. And I think for a sandbox game, ambient music just fits the best. Now, I'm not dumb. I get new composers will sound different, and they have their own styles that differentiate themselves from other composers, obviously. But once again, why is it necessary to have new composers in the first place? That's the main point I'm trying to drive here. All this music being added is completely altering the mood of the game and pushing it in a new direction that no one asked for. If you got this far, you're probably thinking, oh, you're just nostalgia blind, which, you know, fair. Look, Minecraft is a different game than it was 10 years ago. Ultimately, it's Daniel Rosenfield's decision to no longer make music for the game, but gosh darn it, I'm allowed to be mad about it. I made this video in light of the 1.20 Tales and Trails album coming out. Or was it Trails and Tales? I don't know. Anyways, I want to take this opportunity to say that despite what I said in this video, I don't hate the way the new tracks sound. I actually think a lot of the new songs are very beautiful, and I think this new album by Aaron Sheriff is one of the better ones, at least better than the Wild Update or K's Update albums. It's not perfect, but it's done the best at capturing that neutrality sound of Minecraft music while still being a bit different. Bromeliad is definitely my favorite out of this album. It feels the most like a new C418 piece in the game. I also like the new music disc Relic, which is honestly better than the other side, don't at me. So to reiterate, I don't hate the new albums, I have nothing against the new artists working to make Minecraft music. All I'm saying is that if they want to change something about Minecraft, the music is the last thing that needs updating. To conclude this video, I'm going to give what I think is a simple solution to this. That's right, everybody, this is secretly a game plan video. Anyways, look, all we need is a button for advanced music options. It could be next to the normal music options. You click on it and it'll bring up this new menu showing all the albums in the game and all the tracks in them. This could give us the option to obviously listen to the music, but to turn it off and leave others on if we want to. Being able to adjust the probability of certain songs playing in the game would also be a cool feature. Basically your own customized Minecraft playlist. I know this makes it less random, which kind of goes against what I said earlier in the video, but it's like what Steve Jobs said about iTunes Shuffle. We're making it less random to feel more random. Also, this is kind of Minecraft music related, but it's not part of my core point. But it would be cool if there was a key or some button that you can press that can make the music that's playing start fading out. Sometimes you're playing the game and the song starts playing and you kind of just want silence in that moment. So it'd be nice if you could just turn off whatever track is currently playing if you want to. And Mojang, can you please make it so the background music fades out when you start playing a music disc? I swear, every single time without fail when I'm trying to listen to a music disc, the freaking background music kicks in and ruins the song. So yeah, advanced music settings would be cool. Anyways, that's about all I wanted to say about this subject. I know you guys just love these videos where I complain about a block game. I'm looking forward to those comments calling me a nostalgia addicted baby or something. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one, and make sure to look both ways when crossing the road. I don't really know how to end these things anymore.